It's video game time! Hello and welcome to another figure review. Today we're gonna have a look at the Neca Spyro the Dragon. Now, Spyro has been one of my all-time favorites. I did not grow up playing a lot of PS1 as a kid. I was definitely a Nintendo guy. N64 was my jam. But one of my all-time favorites on the PS1 was this guy, Spyro 2 Gateway to Glimmer, to be precise. So when we get him as figure, I have to buy him and then I'll review. So that's how it works. Now let's go. This is my childhood coming back to life. That kind of seems to happen a lot recently. That's why I love figures. They keep bringing my childhoods back to life like a mad scientist. But yeah, let's have a look at the size of this guy. He stands at about 15.5 centimeters to the top of his horns. Well, depending on how you have him posed, but I have him pretty straight right now. So that means he's 6.2 inches tall. Overall look and detail of the figure, first and foremost. Face sculpt, this is definitely more based on the Reignited trilogy. I was kind of looking at that and I'm like, you know, his beak is kind of a little bit sharper. His eyes are more detailed. I kind of would have liked a little bit more of a blurry PS1 version. Maybe Neca can still do repaint on that, but still. Face sculpt got the eyes and the rest of the sculpting has all of the scaly stuff going on. Except for the face. They kind of left it over there so you can more appreciate that. And once again, it is accurate and it looks nice. Scaly stuff all throughout the body. You got the big spots in the back and kind of like the fins in the head and the horns and the back stuff. And then you got the yellow on his belly button. And kind of like the beehive, the sharp beehive on the back. Now, as far as paint job goes, very nicely done, especially on the spots. There are some small slips here and there, but it's really forgivable. Let's not forget that this is a Neca figure, so it's definitely cheaper than like a Figure Arts or Figma. Keep that in mind while I review this. And you got the fins in the head. And we got some kind of the yellow going definitely over the line, but I don't hate it. In terms of look, it's kind of nice how the yellow just is blurring over into the orange. It works with the colors, so once again, I don't hate it. Then you got the horns with some blackwashing in it to make it look even more detailed. So it really makes it stand out. I'm a big fan of that. We get the same effect in the wings. They definitely got some yellowish in there, a little bit sprayed. And then we got the yellow scaly stuff, which once again has the blackwash to really makes it stand out. He has some tiny claws, so nicely painted, nicely molded. As we move down to the back with the honeycomb and all the stuff. I mean, it looks really nice. So in terms of articulation, it's basically, let me show you, because it's almost everywhere like that. You got two ball joints and a pad in between. So that's really how the figure works. You got, I think this is just a simple ball joint in the head, has some nice rotation, tilts side to side, goes all the way around without trouble. Although I gotta say, I recommend you heat the figure up a little bit because the joints are pretty stiff at the beginning. So you have more rotation, and this one really likes to disconnect. Anyway, we got the legs. You can move that out moves forward. Well, it goes pretty much all the way around and has some wiggle motion. Then you got the feet. Also, it looks very nice. I really appreciate it because with the feet, at first I thought it was just a swivel, but no, actually moves back and forth a little bit, has some wiggle motion, and does really do a good job keep the stability of the figure. Then for the torso articulation, I think that's just a short ball pack because you're not really getting much out of it. Then you got the wings on a hinge, moves up and down, also rotates. Those were especially stiff, so be careful with that. They are soft plastic material, so it's kind of hard to rotate them around at the beginning because the plastic just gives away. You know, you try to move it and this part is stuck and this part is just bending. So, you know, heat it up with a hairdryer or some hot water. I prefer hairdryer because hot water, then you get water all over the figure and it gets into the joints and it's annoying. Back, foot, it's a little bit more limited than the front one. It doesn't really go out that much, but it still looks nice, by the way. Also, kudos, they have molded like kind of the thigh in there, so it doesn't leave any gaps. Well, a little bit, but just overall the engineering on it is pretty genius. For the tail, each segment is kind of like articulate, well, not this one. This one, this one, this one. Also rotates all the way around. I mean, that goes for all of them. It's the same thing. This one, and then the tip. So let me try to move that together and kind of angle it a little bit. It's not too much, but it does work. It gets the job done. It doesn't disconnect easily. That's really why with these tails, I had a history of just like you move it and it's just like pop. This one doesn't, so good job. And it's gonna bring me to the final boss because he doesn't have any accessories, and yeah, I mean, this one's pretty easy. 5 out of 5, 10 stars, definitely recommend it because really, there's not a bad thing about this figure. For the design, they made a great job with the articulation, as I'm saying. You don't have any gaps, he articulates well. The mold is awesome, the paint job is great, and he does come at a affordable price. Could have used some accessories, but I can live without it. He has the attitude, he has the look. I don't have anything bad to say about it. So that's gonna do it, guys. As usual, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this review, hit it up with a like and subscribe to the channel so you can stay tuned for more figure reviews, gameplay stuff, and whatever dramatic zoom in Spyro wants.